You heard of flying saucer? Have you heard of flying noodles?
Possibly not, but they're quite big in street food in Malaysia and Indonesia area. Having said that though, this recipe is one if you really want to convince your friends that you did in fact attend Harry Potter School of Wizardry.
Yes.
Want to learn how to cook Chinese food or street food at home from two Chinese chefs? Me and Mum is the place to be, so make sure you subscribe and like and hit the notification button. Right, first off we're going to need to cut up our chicken.
This chicken look quite good. You don't need to do a lot of dressing to it. So we just go straight ahead and cut the chicken.
So you're just going to use that 45-degree angle on your knife. And what that does, it lets you get a larger slice. And we're just going to go all the way through the chicken here. Trying to go across the grain if you can. If you can't, it's not too much of a big deal because we will be velveting this. If you don't know what velveting is, it's a process or a marinade designed sheerly to tenderize meat. Yeah, sorry, thanks, Ma.
Right, we're going to cut that into half, give it a few more pieces. And this one can stay on its own. Oh, no, so cut it. Yep.
Nah, just slice it. So we're just going to put a pinch of bicarb into this, and what this does, it makes the pH of the chicken higher, so it goes from about 7 to 8.5, and that stops the meat from going tough, makes it more of a base or alkaline.
Salt.
MSG.
Garlic powder.
White pepper.
Potato starch.
Light soy sauce. And what, Ma?
A bit of starch or oil.
A bit of starch or oil.
A dash of oil, I mean.
That was veg oil, and now we're going to...
Give it a mix on it.
Yeah. Now we're going to mix it up. And now that's well mixed, we're going to place it into the fridge for 20 minutes, and then it's ready to use. Overnight for best results.
This one is Chinese spinach.
What's it called?
Boh Choi. And we're just going to cut off the end here. And leave the small one like that, and this one don't look good. And do another one.
We have rinsed these because they can be sandy.
Yes. Right. Obviously the center one will be smaller. So we just cut that into about 2 or 3 sections, or depends on how long the spinach is. Turn it this way then, so you can see better.
And that's that. Now we're going to slice up some ginger. This has been washed, so you don't need to peel it. People only peel it for aesthetic purposes, otherwise you can just eat the ginger and it's less waste that way. And then we're going to finally slice this
Again?
into like thin little strips.
Yep.
Then we've got some garlic here. Peel the garlic off. Peel the skin off.
And then,
you've got the skin underneath that.
okay.
And then we're going to chop it up into fine chunks. It doesn't need to be too fine.
Just about like that will do.
Yeah. Even if you've got massive chunks of it in there, it doesn't really matter.
No.
This is street food at the end of the day, not refined food.
Yeah. I think that's enough. Put it to one side.
So we've got some bird's eye chilies here. They're completely optional. You can use smaller chilies if you want, and we're just going to chop these up, and they're literally just for garnish.
Yes.
I mean, they're a bit thick.
Oh God, slippery.
It's going to be a hot garnish.
Yeah.
Now we need to prepare our tiger prawns. We're only going to use 3 for this, but you can use as many as you want, and you can use deshelled, deveined if you want. But traditionally, the whole prawn is used, and Mum's just going to teach you how to prep these.
Get a pair of scissors. Can you see this one? It's like needle. You like to cut them off, yeah?
It's like a sea unicorn, but ugly.
Yeah. And also the end bits as well, because if you like to eat the tail and you try to eat it, it can pierce you. You don't want that, do you?
We eat every part of the king prawn or I should say tiger prawn, or prawn.
Well, prawns, shell prawns.
Yeah.
It's got head and tail on. In here, you need to try to clean up the head in here. There's the guts in here.
Is it the brain or is it guts?
Well, the guts here. Just get it out. Get a bowl of water. And you count on about third section. Put your toothpaste in there, and then if it got, what do you call it? The
Poo.
Yeah.
A poo track.
This one is very clean.
I get a lot of people say they've got 2 poo tracks. So they do. The one that goes up the stomach here is in fact essentially their cardiovascular system, so their bloodline.
Yeah.
So there's no sand in it.
So.
Off the top with that.
Yep. And the tail end bit. That's it. Save it for later use. I won't cut all this bit off because I like the look of it on the dish.
But you can take it off.
You can take it off if you want to, but today we're leaving it on, even the legs as well. I love eating them, that's why I'm leaving it on.
Mum had a rant about that earlier, didn't you, Mum?
Yeah.
Go on, let them hear it.
A lot of the time, other people, I see them preparing the prawns, they cut off the pointed bit. Yeah, obviously you need to cut them off. Then they cut off every single bits of it and the legs. Just leave it on. They're tasty, really tasty. Try it next time. The whole head and everything.
Mum was angrier last time, but okay. Right, so now we've got to prep our noodles. We're just going to bring some water to the boil. Just going to put 2 blocks of noodles in. You can use any noodles you want. And we are using Lucky Boat here today, aren't we, Ma?
Yeah, personally, I like Lucky Boat.
Yeah, there are several brands you can use, but Lucky Boat is by far the better one. They add gluten to their mix as well, which means that they're a nicer texture and they cook better.
You've got the bounce. You're talking about the bounce, like boom, bounce.
Yeah.
It's not jumpy, it's bounce you want.
Gonna let these boil for 3.5 minutes. And when these are ready, we're just gonna strain them and rinse them under water. We want cold water because it's gonna stop the cooking, get rid of any excess starch, and then we're gonna let them drain.
It's really nice watching that bubble, isn't it?
If you say so.
Yeah, it's relaxing. Just as long not overboil it.
It's like a cheap lava lamp that you can eat. So now we've rinsed them, we're just going to make a hole in the middle and that lets the water drain through easier. And we're going to let them sit for at least an hour because you do not want these wet at all when we do the next stage.
No, you do not.
They need to be bone dry.
Yes.
We put our noodles into a sieve that's not going to melt and you're going to pass them all the way through until they pass out the other side, and then you're going to turn them. So you've got to make a twist and then you're going to hold them up like that, so they're holding out of the air.
Yep.
And Mum's going to take over here. You want to make sure you don't move the noodles so they stay exactly where they should be, like that, and then down. This is probably going to take 2 of you.
Yep. Go ahead.
Your oil doesn't want to be too hot either, because if it's too hot they'll burn before they cook or stay in place.
A bit quiet because I'm concentrating, okay?
And you just continue doing this until the noodles go hard. This will take several minutes, 3 to 4.
Dunk it down, yeah.
You know when they're done because they stop bubbling, so these are nearly done. There you go, and then they're done. And we're just going to drain these off and then place them into a dish. Hopefully they'll lift off. Like that.
Flying noodle!
So first we're going to need some veg oil. We need quite a bit for this.
Because the prawns will take out a bit of oil. Yep, that's good. Just put a bit of salt in there.
When it's hot, is that?
Yeah, that's fine. Put your prawns in. Right, let it cook for a few seconds.
I wish I liked prawns because they look amazing.
Yeah, look at that.
And for those who know me, for those who don't, it's the texture, not the flavour.
Right, look at this. Amazing. Turn it round. And then when you turn it round, you can put the chicken in now.
Then we're just going to brown off the chicken.
But you can just turn it around and break it loose.
Do you want me to do it? I'm
Yeah,
taller.
yeah. We can smell the prawns now. Ginger, should we put the ginger in?
There you go,
Yeah.
lots of the ginger.
You can smell the ginger. You can now put the garlic in.
Touch of salt.
Yep.
Of course, a touch of MSG.
Yeah, definitely for that.
Brown the garlic off.
Be a bit tender, alright? The head will fall off for the prawns.
That's a shame.
It's okay, don't worry. Still able to eat it.
And then we're going to add some water. Good glug of oyster sauce.
Some rice wine.
Then I'm going to bring this to a boil.
Put a handful of your spinach in. I think that's about right. Yeah. Go gently, the head will fall off.
Okay.
And bring it to a boil.
And then we're going to thicken with potato starch slurry.
Yeah.
Forgot to add a pinch of sugar. And now we're going to thicken with potato starch slurry.
Yep, I think that's a consistent. That's great.
Yeah, you want it slightly liquidy.
Yes. That's perfect now, I think.
Right, okay.
Yes.
Here we go. I'm not going to eat anything because I've got horrible toothache. Like, it's so painful, I can barely concentrate. So Mum's going to eat up and she's going to show you how to eat the prawns in the shells.
Well, everyone eats it differently. That's how I eat it.
Mum also eats the whole shell.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Wow, can't wait for it now. I like that. Wow, look at that. The prawns are amazing.
You haven't tried them.
I know, I can smell it. If you could get this Chinese, not cabbage, Chinese
Spinach.
spinach. Yeah, spinach.
Spinach.
They're very different from the English one.
So Mum normally eats all the prawns in the shell, but she's going to show you how to de-shell them if you want to eat them without the shell on.
Yes.
Because
That's right.
the shell actually holds a lot of the flavour in there if you cook them with the shell on.
That's what I do when I tear off the head. Look at that. Don't worry. They're really flavoursome. A lot of noise or so. It's so juicy. You can eat the shell as well. And the legs. Oh. This prawn is quite soft, the shell.
See, Mum eats all of it, but you don't have to eat all of it. Oh no, Mum didn't eat that bit.
This shell is slightly harder. Some of them you get the soft shell one, you can eat it all. These are bigger, the other one is smaller, so the shell is a little bit tender.
Prawns still have a nice bite to them and they're not like chewy, are they? Not overdone.
This is amazing. It's just like lobster, really. Like you see this one, it's slightly softer, the shell. You can just eat it all.
So on that note, hope you enjoyed this. Mum's gonna obviously really enjoy eating this. Obviously, if you're gonna try this at home, you're gonna need 2 people, but it's a bit of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. The noodles themselves with the sauce taste amazing.
Don't worry if you think that you over fry the noodles, because all the sauce will be
Rehydrate them, yeah.
soaked in.
Anyway, there we go, Ma.
Thumbs up. Thank you for watching and give it a go.
Yeah.
Comments and likes.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Happy cooking, happy eating.
There we go.